So if you've got a real error on your machine, or it's coming up with any error in the 20s, i.e. 21, 22, etc., the first thing you want to do is you want to look at your reels. Now the reel errors go across, so this would be 21, this would be 22, 23, 24, etc. There's no reel here and you've got 24 or any other error. It will be on the reels on the glass on the machine or elsewhere, so that'll be the feature reels. I'm just going to look at these main reels here. So if we've got error 21, first best thing to do is obviously look to make sure the reels are spinning round, there's nothing actually obstructing them, all look okay. If they all seem absolutely fine, then next stage will be to just follow the wires back. So it doesn't really matter which machine you've got, there's lots of different models of machines, different layouts, different connections, but on this Eclipse cabinets, this is the most common cabinet these days, they just go back to another loom, some will go back to a board, but however your reels go, if you follow them back to where they plug into, so here it's just into a loom, and then best thing to do is unplug the reel that you know to be faulty, and then so unplug that one, so we'll unplug this from here, and then find the reel that's next to it, and then unplug that reel, and then you'd swap the plugs round, so you're basically then powering, instead of powering reel 1 with the plug for reel 1, you'd actually be plugging in reel 1 into where reel 2 is and reel 2 into where reel 1 is. And what that's going to do is then isolate either a faulty reel itself, or it will show it as being somewhere else. So it's a really good way of basically finding out, is it my reel or is it the loom or the board. Assuming that your error has stayed the same, so you've still got an error 21, that's then basically saying it's not a problem with the reel itself. So things to look at would be the actual loom, pushing in all the wires, just get a flat bladed screwdriver, make sure the machine's switched off, and push in on the back of each wire, just make sure they're all firmly plugged in. And if that doesn't work, then probably look at swapping boards over. So if you've got a real driver board, very unlikely, but they do occasionally go. It's the cheapest thing to go for, so I'd probably suggest swapping that next. And failing that, the likely thing will probably be the main processor unit, so that'll be the next step. If your error has moved, so this is what we normally expect to see, it would just suggest what's probably happened is the motor's probably worn out. So the next step would be to identify the type of reel you've got. Just assuming on this you're replacing a Bell Fruits reel, what you want to look for is here. There's two types of main reels that are used in the Eclipse cabinet. They're either got a blue bit here or a red bit here. Both are available on fruitmachinesales.co.uk, so you can purchase them from us if you need to. And yeah, just suggest swapping over the reel if changing the reel, plugging it in has moved the error. So if you've swapped the plugs round and you've gone from, say, reel, if you had error 21 was the example, so error 21, you swap the plugs around, and then now you've got error 22. That is when you would swap the reel and purchase a replacement, or if you have a replacement, you'd just swap the actual reel unit. If the error stays the same, then that's sort of saying it's not necessarily going to be the reel, and then you would look elsewhere. But also make sure when you're initializing the machine, just obviously look to make sure that you haven't got anything trapping as you're shutting the door, and everything is free, because obviously if you swap the plugs around and then you shut the door on it, then it's stopping the reel from spinning, then that could obviously mislead you. But hopefully that's been helpful.